Hi, welcome to the Expansion Show. I'm Chez Wong here. Today I want to share with you about our Malaysia population growth. Alright, just to give you a heads up, basically as of 2026, based on our Department of Statistics Malaysia, our data shows that we are having 34.4 million as of 2026 August here. To give you a bit more details how our population have growth and how does that actually affect our economy as a whole, job market, and eventually its property, I think let's look at the statistic for the past 6 years that what we have here. Based on the principal statistic of population since 2002 until 2026, our whole Malaysia, basically we had grown from 32.4 million until 34.4 million over the last 6 years. Sounds good, right? But I want to draw that numbers into the detail of new bloods and senior. So basically, since 2020, our population age between 0 until 14 years old, we dropped from 24% down to 21.2%. On the other side, our population age 65 years old and above increased from 6.8% to 8.4%. And then the average household size decreased slightly from 3.9 to 3.6. Basically, this means if the numbers of newborn babies are dropping further for the next 6 years, as well as apparently we are an aging economy here, it is increasing in the next 6 years as well, and our household size is also shrinking. That means we will have severe labor shortage, shifting industrial demand, extended working hours, and eventually our macroeconomy will be strained. Now the things is that if let's say there's no much of the new laborers coming into the job market, I say not enough, right? The bosses of the company have to reconsider the growth in exchange for investment in the automation system, AI, so that it can replace some of the daily tasks that no one wants to do. At the same time, people that also have to delay their retirement plan because there's not enough workers in the market, and the people in the market will not have greater number enough to pay the taxable income. Therefore, this will also hurt the macroeconomic side as a whole. If you look at the SME, small medium company here, if the people are having a higher wages because of labor shortage, it will definitely eat into our corporate profit margins that will stopping and slower the growth later on. Furthermore, the companies here, especially at the small medium size of the company, they are required and they are forced to redirect cash definitely into invest more and more robotics, something that they can rely on for the running of their business here. And at the same time, there's no new blood taking over the skill of the jobs that actually will make the jobs continue again and again. So instead of keeping expanding, including the big corporates as well as a small medium enterprise, they will shift away from growth-oriented investment towards efficiency and operational survival. Most of them. I wouldn't say all of them, I would say most of them. So eventually, as a whole pictures, this will lead to slower our GDP growth because two main drivers of growth, our shrinking populations, labor force size, and lesser productivity. So our government, they must work on this to exploit healthcare and pension. Well, they have to also look at the income tax to have more income to support this entire country. So this healthcare sectors is very important in the future. Even now, I would say. However, because we have longer working ages and even probably longer hour later, so to bridge this gap, most likely there will be a depth looking at this sector here. So back to personal capacity. So basically, if our wages raise due to labor shortage, most likely the high inflations and heavy tax lower real purchasing power here, and higher tax will be coming to us. Retirement income will also be shrinking because of the inflations in the future, and this will have a very obvious in the widening wealth gap. So those that with the asset, they're able to ride along with this trend. But those didn't have it, the younger ones, workers will bear the tax burden. So I hope to give you some of the ideas that what I look into this topic here today. Thank you, and I will see you in the next episode.